I will describe a feeling and you tell me if it sounds familiar. Every day you wake up and you feel absolutely lost, like you have no direction in life whatsoever, and you're just falling through air, not supported by anything. You're trying to trust your intuition and you're trying not to have fear and let go. But it seems like every other week you get more challenges and more obstacles and more things on your plate. When you try to get some support from your community or connect with the world outside, it seems like there's some kind of major catastrophe happening now every 2 to 3 days, and the world is on fire and everything is really bad. On top of that, that void that is inside of your chest keeps growing, and the things that used to work in the past to distract you from this feeling, such as addictions and social media and food, they don't really work anymore. And it seems like this black hole keeps getting bigger and bigger. And while all of this is happening, you have to continue carrying on with your normal life and acting like everything is fine. If you're a part of a spiritual community or a wellness community, you might be aware of something called a big split, which is happening due to the too strong of a polarization of Earth, where one polarity is going into evolutionary paths, and another is going into the evolutionary paths. It's believed that it's currently happening, and the major shift will be happening by year 2032, with everything being fully set in place by year 2050. Regardless whether you're following information on the split or not, it's believed that by year 2033, the Earth will look very, very different from how we know it right now. Saying so, if you try to stay on the right side of the polarity, so follow love and light, follow your intuition, work on yourself, work on your shadow side, try to integrate more, being more mindful, having more consciousness, and paying more attention to the things that you do and how you do it, it can sometimes feel like fake positivity. What I mean by that is it's very easy to start feeling like you're supposed to be happy and excited, you're following your mission, you're trying to create a better planet, you're trying to serve humanity and be connected, and because of that, you're supposed to feel this elevation. So many people, especially older folks, are talking about how nice it is to finally be able to experience that, to finally be able to see that Earth, especially if someone is on their spiritual journey for the past 50 plus years. And of course, it's a great honor and we feel gratitude. And at the same time, no one really talks about how exhausting it can be to feel like you have to believe in this idea and you have to follow it. But everything around you changes. And yes, it is true that people who are a part of spiritual community have more awareness of it. So they're more mentally prepared. And not just mentally, obviously, we're more prepared emotionally, we're more prepared spiritually. And on all those levels, we have a higher chance to ride that wave instead of drowning with it. And I feel like it's very difficult for people right now who are kind of in between and they're not fully settled on one specific path yet, because for them, they have very challenging choices that they have to make. But I'm making this video to say that you're not alone, okay? I'm making this video to say that I'm there together with you and I'm experiencing it in my life as well. And I'm fully committed to raising the vibrations of Earth, and I'm absolutely excited and joyous about it. And at the same time, in reality, how it's reflected in my life right now, it's very, very tough. It's very tough. It's very tough to continue listening to yourself, to trust your intuition, especially when sometimes your intuition is not being very clear, let's just say. And how I like to look at it is the way that fortune teller works in Matrix. Sometimes our intuition will say something which doesn't align with what we want to hear, but it's something that we need to hear so we can make better decisions, right? And utilize our free will. But my life this year has been just a whirlwind of, I don't even know how to describe it, okay? It's just been a lot. And that's coming from a person who doesn't really engage with outside world. Like, I don't really interact with external world, and months ago I fully deleted my social media. Obviously not YouTube, but I deleted Instagram. I've never used TikTok, so I don't really have access to this bombarding information about how everything is terrifying and bad. But I believe that, if a news is important, it will reach you somehow. And even news that is reaching me right now is still too much. It's too much. So, folks, I don't know how you're doing it, but I've been proud of you, okay? You're doing amazing. You're doing a good job. The fact that you're able to do it with no one holding your hand, with really no support, because right now, yes, of course, we can rely on our community to a certain degree, maybe to, on our family or friends, but, if you have one or two people who can support you, you consider yourself lucky. Right now, it's just so challenging to know that everyone is kind of going through a similar thing, where, like, how much capacity do people have to actually, give you space to rely on them? How much can they give you, right? So most of us are kind of blindly walking through this darkness, trying to find a way, just falling through space, and at the same time trying to connect with our spiritual team, and it's a lot. And I'm making this video to say that even when you feel lost, it's okay. Even if you don't know what you're doing, it's okay. Even if you don't know how your next month or 3 months gonna look like, even if you have no plan, even when you feel like everything you touch kind of just falls apart right now, that's okay. And if you're trying to be extra positive, you can even say that actually it's an indicator that you're going towards the right thing. Maybe when right now our relationships are falling apart, maybe right now when we're getting sick, our family members are getting sick, maybe when we're losing our jobs, it's some kind of cleansing that we have to experience in order to get where we're trying to get. So I need to tell you all, keep eyes on the prize, in your heart. Know why you're doing what you're doing, and never fall into despair. Right now, the best thing is to take care of yourself and allow yourself to follow your passion, follow your excitement. And if you don't feel passionate or excited about anything, because that's a possibility too, try to just be a little bit more mindful with that void that you're trying to fill, as mentioned, and just pay a little bit more attention to what you're doing. And if you clear some space from that negative polarity, you will start moving and shifting towards a positive one. So maybe instead of spending time on social media, you can start creating something, making art, learning some new skill, learning a language. It doesn't have to be something that's useful or necessarily directly related to your life's purpose, okay? It can be something that is just somewhat excites you a little bit more than everything else in the world at that moment. I really, really cannot stress it enough how important it is for us right now to feel like we're actually moving somewhere, and giving this positive information, giving a chance to learn or to connect with your hobbies, to maybe read, to draw, to be in the nature. That is so important for us to feel like maybe even though we're lost, we have something to rely on. We have something to make us feel a little bit safer. Okay, so again, I'm really proud of you. I root for you all. I know that we're on the right path, and you know that too, deep down in your heart. Please don't forget about it. I hope that I can give you a little bit of motivation and inspiration through this video. Please find some time to connect with yourself and don't be too hard. Give yourself some grace. You are doing such an important work right now. You are changing this world, okay? So, and on top of that, we're having those solar flares. Obviously, all of those shifts are represented in the external world, and it's tough. But, you know, try to stay, I shouldn't say positive, I guess, but try to remember why you're doing what you're doing. Try to rely on it as much as you can. And I'm sending you out some energy, some support. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really, really appreciate you being here. And I hope to see you in the next one.